Yeah.
I have to burp. Hang on. Welcome to Full of Shit, a show where we talk shit. Tim and Noah and one guest, better than all the rest. Full of shit. Welcome, Nick, to Full of Shit.
Yeah.
How are you?
Great.
Great? Not grand.
Well, I would be grand, but work was kind of shitty today. So.
I apologize for that.
That's right.
But now you're here.
Yeah.
And you know what? We got more work for you. Because you, like all guests, need to come up with an intro for the show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to give you a countdown from 3, 2, 1, and you just got to go. I'm putting you on the spot as much as I can. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Da-da-da-da-da, full of shit. Da-da-da-da-da, guys, full of shit.
Wow, that's the first
Dang.
song we've got.
It's like, that was very good.
That was off the dome.
Dang.
That was off the dome.
And you guys, listeners at home, couldn't see it, but he did a little jig with it,
Yeah.
too.
Little
I'm
head
I'm
bobbing.
a cheery guy,
Hey,
Yeah, so I'm Noah,
I'm Tim.
and we have here...
Nick?
Yeah, and today we're going to be talking about what superheroes would be the best football players. And I think the way we're kind of going to structure this is we're going to pick a coach, we're going to pick an offensive player and a defensive player, and then kind of pick the position. But before we get to that, for all of you non-salad eaters, Nick is going to tell us about where you can find us on social media.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you can start our Instagram page here at Full of Shit Official, but the I in shit is a period. And then if you don't have Instagram, for all you other people that don't have Instagram,
Soccer moms.
soccer moms, yeah, I'm sure there's some of them out there. You can go to Guys Full of It on Facebook. And it is 2 words because Facebook is weird like that. But those are the 2.
We mentioned this in the Star Wars episode as well, but Nick and the last guest, Jacob, have graciously agreed to kind of be like our management team, I guess you could say. And they're going to do all of our social media for us, and we're very grateful for that. So let's get into it. Does anybody have a pick? Why don't we do coaches first? Like we can do.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll just start
Just
coach,
go around.
offense and defense.
Nice.
So does
Exquisite.
anybody have? And I guess we should probably outline what we're classifying as superheroes. I would say comic book superheroes.
Okay.
It's like your X-Men, your DC,
Yeah.
your Marvel,
Yeah.
What about
your Dark Horse.
Spawn?
What's that?
Spawn kind of?
Yeah, Spawn,
Is he a superhero?
Watchmen. I
Maybe.
think any of those.
Watchmen. All right, solid.
And I think a good criteria that we could have is, like they have to seem like a football player. So you can't just put
Yeah.
Superman out there and just have him fly around the wall. I think we kind of want the audience to not know that they are a superhero.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Clark Kent's out there playing.
Yeah, you're
football.
trying to sneak a superhero onto your team, so you still have an advantage, but nobody's going to know that you're kind of cheating.
Fair enough.
Because I would definitely say that's cheating.
Yeah, you just put Superman out there. Nobody's going to stop him.
It's kind of like roiding,
Right.
Right? Yeah.
So if we start with our coach, does anybody have one? Or else I kind of have one. I think I have one.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, this is a callback to the last episode.
Oh, God.
Professor X, because if he was your coach, he could literally just read the other team's mind and know what plays
shit.
they're doing.
That is really good.
God damn it.
So he would know the plays of the other team before they even did them. And if you really wanted to get sneaky with them, he could even implant bad plays into the other coach's
He
head.
could, yeah. That is kind of broken.
Yeah. So for anybody out there who doesn't understand football, Nick, you were a football player. You want to give us a rundown of the basic rules of football?
Oh, God. So you have 2 teams competing against one another. There's 11 guys on offense, 11 guys on defense. Then you have your offensive coordinator, head coach, defensive coordinator. I think we're just going with the head coaches is what we're picking for our position.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pick one offensive player, whether that's offensive line, running back, wide receiver, quarterback. You can pick any of those positions. Then defense, D-line, middle linebackers, like linebackers, safeties, corners. And pretty much you play, I think it's 12-minute quarters in the NFL, or it's 15.
15 in the NFL.
Yeah, 15 in the NFL.
Yep.
I don't know why I was thinking 12. But 15 minutes quarters is 4 quarters, and then at the end of that, you go into overtime if they're tied, and then yeah.
So if any of you nerds out there don't know the rules of football, now you know.
Yeah.
Nerds. play sports.
That's
losers.
That's the actual rules.
Yeah. Australia.
Don't fact check me on it.
Yeah, don't listen to Australian rules football.
Yeah,
this is America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is American football. All right.
All right, so
That's soccer shit.
I also if we go with Professor X, I don't think anybody would know, that he's a superhero.
Well, I mean, you got a cripple in a wheelchair.
Yeah, the cripple
As
can
a
be a coach.
Yeah. He just has to call.
Yeah, I didn't hear you list a rule that said no wheelchairs.
Hey. It'd be hard for him to get past the metal detector, but hey.
I just thought of something that I shouldn't bring up because I'm going against my own argument. Professor X is a very public figure. Like, everybody knows he's a mutant. So as soon as I wheeled him out there, people would be like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I've
What
seen this
about-
guy before.
Well, I mean, you're trying to disguise him, right? So you just throw on a wig.
Yeah, you give him a wig.
Yes, primarily he is bald.
Quite
So-
bald.
I think you should prop him up with some.
Do you think
sticks,
his?
so he's
do you think
standing?
his?
So he's just standing there still the entire game, not even moving.
It's like, God, this coach, he's not getting into the game. He's just standing there. Like, what is this?
This guy is so stoic. He's so focused.
God.
Then comes halftime and somebody just comes and lifts him up by each arm.
He just falls over.
Just carries him off.
Playing at Lambeau, the snowing, and he's just covered in
What
snow.
kind of a wig would you put on him? Mullet?
Yeah, this is
Mullet.
important.
Mullet. I think I would give him a mullet. I don't want him to stand out. So I guess a mullet would make him stand out.
Where's he playing for? Are we picking locations too?
Sure, you can pick locations. Where's the X Mansion? I don't even know.
Is that in California?
I want to say yes, but I don't know.
I have no
I
idea.
don't watch the X-Men that
I
much.
have no idea.
Okay, the team I will pick is... I'm going to make up a team. The team would be the Canada Brown Nosers.
What?
Browns.
The Canada Brown Nosers will be my team. It'll be a new team, and he will be the coach of it, and we will represent the whole of Canada, the 51st United States.
So it's out of Toronto.
Interesting.
It'd be just, we'd build a stadium in the middle of the wilderness.
All right. Solid.
Well, here's a random question that I just thought of out of nowhere. Do you think the brainwaves off of Professor X's head would blow the wig off?
So you're saying that he loses his hair because of his brainwaves? I don't think that's why.
I don't.
Oh,
Well, a wig's
why does he?
artificial, but
Because people just age and go bald.
well, no, he lost his hair because of his powers. I thought he overused them.
too.
In the movies, yeah. In the comic
guess
books,
in the
I think he's
comics,
just bald. But yeah, we can go with movies. Okay, sure. Maybe it would blow the wig off, and that'd be a little strange. I don't think I can get away with Professor X.
You'd have to hire somebody to be the professional wig fixer. So if it's windy one day, you have to have him go
Get
fix
some
the wig.
industrial strength glue.
Yeah. Super glue.
And
Gorilla.
I just think I do think he's too prominent of a figure. I don't think he will work the more I think about it, because I think everybody will just look at him and be like, that's Professor X.
Oh, get a really good wig.
I mean, you're playing in the NFL. You got a lot of money. You could pay people for
Yeah.
makeup.
Yeah,
I think you could get away with it.
You think
it's
so?
it's like the.
That is a good point, though. That people, if they saw him without it on, they'd be like, "All right, you're definitely cheating." But
Yeah, they'd be
Yeah.
like, you're done.
Oh yeah.
you're
Oh
out
yeah.
of here.
I'd wheel him in and they'd
The
wheel
The
him right
second
back
rate
out.
team coming in using Professor X.
How do they know all of our plays? Maybe it's because they have a telepath on their team. Well,
Good.
I'll have to think of another one then, because I don't think I'd get away with it. But
No.
does anybody else have one?
Sticking with
A
that.
coach.
Coach.
I was thinking Batman to start with it because he's ultimate detective.
Mm.
But now I think I'm gonna go with Doctor Strange.
As your coach?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, he's got the time stone, so he can see into the future.
Damn. And you can
He
conceal that.
he can see a million different possibilities, and nobody knows Doctor Strange. Everybody knows Stephen Strange
he's not.
as a surgeon. That's it.
true. That's
Like,
true.
he-
Surgeon turned football coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of his hands. So
Holy
now,
crap.
Now, you can just see the game before it happens, so you can make the perfect play.
Damn.
Yeah,
When you said I'm throwing away Batman, I was like, ooh, Batman would be a really good one. Why would he throw away Batman? But wow, that is a good point with Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
The question is, would he use any magic as well?
well, the magic's pretty visible. I think.
Yeah.
There's a couple that I think he could enter the mirror realm without being known. People wouldn't know. He
Yeah.
could also stop time and nobody would know. I guess.
That's true. I
True.
think the fact that he can just see all possibilities is such a good one.
Yeah.
He'd be able to see the outcome of every play he called.
Right.
That's a good one. And I can't even think of anything to rebuttal that one.
Yeah, that's yeah.
For coach,
mean,
I was like, it's kind of the way to go.
Yeah, just be able to see
Jesus,
outcomes.
Yeah.
That's
so
kind of why I
good.
went with Professor X. It's like you can just look into people's heads.
right. Oh, telepathy, and that.
It's hard to compete with.
That's really hard to compete with.
You know, we could also, I hate calling back to all other episodes all the time, but like you could also say that in Jean Grey, because Jean Grey could, since she also has telekinesis, could like be influencing the game as well without anybody knowing. And
That's
I
true.
don't think she is as prominent as Professor X.
I don't think so. And,
I guess it
and
depends
when-
on the time period,
Yeah,
though.
right.
Because, like, after all the events that happen, she kind of gets put on the news.
Well,
a lot.
and that's the thing is that, like when she moves things with her mind, whether it be, voluntary or involuntary, it's not like they have like an aura over them. Like,
Isn't she like
it's
unstable though too, like throughout
very,
the comics and stuff like that?
very.
Yeah, so I feel
very.
like that'd be a hard one. Like all of a sudden
Yeah.
she'd be like lifting a player out of the way. And
she'd
just
be
fucking
lifting
yeet
the
him out
entire
of the
fucking stadium.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it would be important too. I just want to mention this. I think at the end we should say if all of our teams were in like a tournament, whose team would win.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So we
yeah,
should be keeping that
definitely.
in mind. So far, my coach, as of right now, is going to be Professor X. Nick's is going to be Doctor
Dr.
Strange.
Strange.
Tim, do you have a coach yet?
After that, I don't know if I can compete. Well, I'll make up for it another one.
We're going for team synergy here. So you need to
right,
think
right,
about your
right,
two
right,
other
right.
picks, and you got to make it work.
I think I
Yeah.
got my offensive player already too.
Damn.
I'm
All right,
thinking, I
cool.
don't
Yeah, I'm gonna actually go with Taskmaster
Oh,
as your coach, interesting.
as a
Okay.
coach, and I didn't want to put him as any other player for the reason that obviously, well,
Could you, because I know who Taskmaster is, and Nick probably knows who Taskmaster
Yeah.
is, but that's kind of a niche one. Could you explain to the listeners who Taskmaster is?
no,
Oh, you don't know?
no.
oh my.
I
So,
know a very general basis of what he does.
yeah,
It's a
just
bold pick.
say what he does. That's
Well,
fine.
to my understanding, he basically can see what other people are doing and perfectly mimic
Yes,
what the other person
Yep.
is doing.
That's the basics
But-
of it.
Yeah.
like you'd have to run it once, So like if you just were
Right.
unpredictable, whereas in like somebody that has telekinesis and stuff like that, you can make stuff unpredictable, and like Doctor Strange can already tell what he's gonna do.
That's true. See, here's the thing though,
I
is
feel
that
like throughout the season, like if you're playing a team twice,
Yeah.
I feel like he would be
You'd-
the way to go.
you'd get like, I'm thinking like just in general, like against other teams,
Right,
like,
'cause
that
you can
don't
never-
have this. Like just like you just learn all of their plays, all
Right.
of their best plays, and you can plan against them.
You can never do the same thing twice,
Right.
against you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I think that would be a good one, just for like a
Yeah,
but
so
the
like you might
general
you might
league.
take some losses in like the first and second quarter,
Right.
but like third and fourth, you know every move they're making.
But
Oh,
here's
yeah.
the thing: he's a coach, not a player.
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I just didn't want to say it.
Yeah,
But it's like his powers are more like he can do it. So I don't know if that translates.
I was
into
gonna pick him as
coaching.
like a corner, dude. You have a lockdown corner pretty much at that
Yeah.
position.
Okay.
But it's like he can only replicate things he's seen.
Right.
So like kind of
Right.
like an example is like he'd be like a good one to fight Batman, just because like
Yeah.
he could perfectly replicate everything Batman does.
right.
It's like a big thing that Taskmaster does in the comics is like he'll spend time studying his targets because then he learns
yeah.
Right.
every move they make.
And see, that's why dedication like that is characteristics of a coach, of a good coach.
This film.
He's like film study, and then he's learning everything.
And
he
the-
just
your
knows
players are just like,
everything.
shouldn't we actually do like some plays on the
Yeah.
field? And he's like, no, this is how you learn. Don't you guys
Phil.
learn like this?
Come on, guys.
You know, that might be an issue. Like he might be a really bad coach because he's used to just learning things by seeing them. So he would never actually be able to like teach
That
his
might
players.
be.
But I guess that's what your like offensive coordinators. and
Yeah,
stuff
Yeah.
are for.
offensive coordinator, kind of like play pickers.
he just lays down the law, just be like, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's what like your QB like coaches and stuff are
Yeah,
for, I guess.
yeah.
So
Hmm?
okay, are you locking that in? You
I'm locking that in.
Taskmaster?
All right.
I think I'm locking in Professor X just because I can't think of a better one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to roll with the wig.
Doctor
Yep.
Strange is definitely.
I'm gonna have to hire a makeup artist. And again, Taskmaster is one that I don't even know like what his identity is.
Right.
I can't think of it. And I'm a pretty
I don't know
big
his
nerd.
identity either.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
He's
Uh,
Taskmaster's Marvel, right?
Yes, 'cause
There's
he's
one in-
fighting
Yeah.
Spider-Man all the time.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
one in DC who's like almost the exact same thing.
That's Slade Wilson. That's Deathstroke, kind of.
Deathstroke kind of has that, but there's one. People are gonna love this. Just us ambling about, and people are probably screaming it. Anyway, it'll come to me later, probably. All right. Offensive player, let's go with, and you need to say the position and who is going to fill that position. Does anybody have one?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I was thinking Captain America
Ooh.
at quarterback.
Captain
Peak
America
human.
is peak human.
Peak
Yeah.
human. You know, he's gonna be able to. He sees that defensive pressure coming. He's able to scramble out and run for 50 yards.
Yeah.
And then he can just throw that ball on a dime. You pair
Also-
him up with Doctor
Yeah.
Strange.
Fantastic leader.
Yeah,
Like, leadership.
fantastic
Yeah.
leader. That's what you want.
The
out of a
morale
quarterback.
boost there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just think about all the speeches he's ever given.
America.
Yeah.
That'd be
So
awesome.
wait, what team are you gonna be? I said my team. You should be
Oh.
like the Cowboys or something. America's team.
Yeah, the Cowboys definitely. Washington D.C. doesn't have a team. I think I would do like a Washington like the DC Marvels.
DC Marvels.
No, not Marvels. That's too. That's
The
too basic.
DC Captains.
Captains. Yeah, the DC Captains. That would be
I
a good one.
also think
Or Capitals.
Captain America is a very prominent figure, but I don't think he's breaking any rules.
No, he would like he doesn't have any powers. He's
Right.
just peak human.
He's
you
peak
know,
human. He's the highest
People
level
to
human
see
can
him
achieve.
as.
Yep.
So he's not breaking a rule.
The only
It's just-
problem is he's very recognizable.
But I'm saying I don't think he's breaking
Right.
any rules.
Right.
Right.
Like,
No
he's not
breaking
he's
no
not going to
rules.
be pushing
That's true.
anybody
Yeah,
out.
that's
He's
true.
just
That's
he's just
true.
peak
Yeah,
human.
If
Yeah.
nobody else is opposed to it, then yeah.
Plus, you
that-
see him sling that shield around, so you know he can fucking whip a football.
That's right. He's super accurate with that shield.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
crazy.
He
Yeah.
knows.
He'd be shuffle passing
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yeah, he's just off the one hand, one foot, one
He
hand.
could.
He'd be crazy at those flick plays.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a really
Pair
good
him
pick
up with
for
like Delvin Cook or
QB.
something back there.
Definitely. Oh man.
I think the leadership on its own is enough for like he'd just
Yeah.
be that great leader. And then like you're right, he would imagine him like he'd be a great scrambler too. He'd be great all around because he's peak human.
I think, yeah, I know, and definitely like the leadership part because like you could be losing by like 14 or 21. Like, you know, think about like the Falcons a couple years ago in the Super Bowl where they were up 28-3 and then they lost.
Yeah.
Like that's what Captain America's there for. Like,
Captain
he's like
America's
that-
whole thing is he just doesn't give up. He's the
Right.
Aaron Rodgers. We can run the table, you know,
Right.
just
Right.
on
Right.
steroids.
majors. Well,
Yeah, it wouldn't show up in a drug test.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it wouldn't. So
And again, he has no powers. He's peak human.
yeah,
That's the thing that if we talk about movie Captain America, he definitely is like higher than peak human, but comic book Captain America, like that's the thing people get wrong all the time is what the super soldier serum does is it brings you to the highest level a human can
Yeah.
achieve.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
So it's a human, if they were able to work that hard, could also achieve that. So I don't think he's breaking any rules. I think
Right.
you could definitely argue that with the ref.
right.
Yep. Here's
you got
my
one,
pick.
Tim?
I'm gonna also go with the quarterback. I'm gonna go something right along the lines of Captain America, just on the other side of the team, Winter Soldier.
Ooh, he's another peak human.
What about the metal arm?
With the arm.
That's
you see
fair.
people wearing
Sleeves.
full arm sleeves.
Yeah,
You can cover that arm.
but he's also a prominent person though too.
Right.
He's
well,
also
same-
a criminal.
Yeah.
Well, but he always when he was a criminal, he always wore a mask. Nobody knew who he was.
people still
Right.
know him as
I
the
think
Winter
people
Soldier.
know now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Especially
I mean,
if you go off like the recent DC films, like people like,
Marvel, yeah.
yeah, I don't want to like spoil anything if people haven't seen the Marvel
Yeah,
movies, and if
yeah.
you haven't, you should definitely watch them because they're
Oh, yeah.
great films on their own.
I think you could spoil up to Winter Soldier because that one was like years ago.
Right.
And in Winter Soldier, I think his identity
I was gonna
is
say
revealed.
Infinity War though, or is it Infinity War? Where they blow up the Capitol and
Civil War.
Civil War,
Yeah,
that's what
Civil
it was.
War.
Civil War.
Spoilers for Civil War. Have
Yeah.
you seen it, Tim?
Yeah.
Okay. Spoilers
while.
for Civil War. Spoiler warning right now. Skip ahead like 5-ish minutes if you don't want spoilers for Civil War. Giving you a chance right now. Spoilers for Civil War and before that. Okay. Yeah. In Civil War, his identity is known.
Yeah,
That's
like
true.
he's literally prompted on the news that
Right.
he's the Winter Soldier.
all over
like,
the
they
news.
covered.
But like I said, when you're looking at full football gear,
But
how much of a person's face?
But I think like Professor X, you could get away, or any of these guys, you could get away with just like a wig or something. But like a player,
With
like
a
they're
metal arm.
yeah, and like those players are regularly
Well, like
like
I said-
inspected and tested, and
yeah, the inspections. I don't know if I could. I'm basing my team out of Scotland because I'm giving Scotland a chance.
We're going around the
I'm
globe.
giving Scotland a chance.
but I also think like you're still gonna be subject to like NFL. We're still in the NFL, and I don't think the metal arm would fly, man.
Oh.
I think
if you could
You're saying
find
they would-
adjustable cause for it, then possibly. I
do you
it
think?
could be
Do you
okay.
think he could do it without the arm? Because he can take the
Well,
arm.
that's
the
his
arm
right
off.
hand, isn't it? His right arm.
left. It's his
Oh,
left.
it's
That's his
left.
left.
Okay, then yeah,
So he still's got it?
he could, but then you're playing with the quarterback with one arm.
But
That's
I-
horrible
He
ball
still
security.
also is like, isn't he still have the peak human.
Yeah, he is super soldier
Yeah.
serum. But I also think, again, like he's a criminal.
Right.
That's fair.
Well,
Maybe if we're in the XFL, because that's where all the criminals go.
But I just think like they'd be like, governments would be like, oh, there's this international terrorist.
But wasn't he pardoned eventually?
I was gonna say, it's like, at what point are we having this?
He walks the streets like, just like,
I think his record gets wiped clean. Or
Yeah,
something.
so
I
yeah,
guess.
I think-
So it's like eventually he
But my
he's
one
cleared.
thing is if you can find a way to like not have the metal arm or justify it somehow.
like I said, he doesn't have to have isn't he right-handed? Doesn't he
Yeah,
say
he's right-handed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's right-handed.
Yeah. So it's like he's right-handed, peak human serum.
How much
Doesn't
does your
have
left
to.
hand play a part of throwing?
Well, like it comes back to the ball security thing. You got somebody rushing you, like, yeah, he's peak human, like, so he'd be able to like scramble a cap and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But like,
I think inevitably you're going to take some hits though. Like, even
yeah,
I
Cap-
think so.
even cap would take some hits.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
No
if
matter
you take
what.
a hit, I feel like that's just gonna be a fumble every time,
Right.
unless you like tuck it. Like
Yeah.
you'd have to tuck it fast.
Yeah.
So I'd say you could lock it in. That's one we could allow, but are you sure you want to?
Oh yeah.
with that? Okay, you're locking
Oh, yeah.
that in.
I'm locking
We'll
that
have to keep that in mind when we're debating
Sticking
whose
it.
team.
in.
We'll have
Alright.
to say like how these games would go. I
Yep.
have to burp. Hang on.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah.
That might be the cold open right there. Just me going, I have to burp. Wow, that really showed up on the audio. It's like a big spike.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jeez.
mine. I feel bad picking quarterback because we all pick quarterback, but mine has to be quarterback. Floyd Lawton, dead shot
Oh.
as your quarterback.
He'd be spot on with his throws.
Yes, and I think. Oh crap! I just remembered he's a criminal though. Is a
Pretty well
That's what I'm
known.
saying. It's like, do we have to limit to superheroes?
They could do villains, but I feel like
Yeah.
then you have that factor of would the NFL let them in.
That's
Yeah,
true.
and
I
just
feel like
That's true.
Okay, I just want to talk about Floyd Lawton quick.
Yeah.
He's not going to be my pick, but I just think he'd be a fun one to talk about because he never misses. That is his whole thing.
That's true.
I think he's only missed once, and it was Batman, and that's why he hates Batman so much.
it's because
Mhm.
Batman's a G.
It's because he missed him. So it's like, imagine a guy who never misses, and he does that with guns, with throwing things, with everything as your quarterback.
That's right.
That is a
I think
career perfect passer rating.
right.
Yeah.
And back to Batman, I think he would be a good quarterback though too.
Batman? Really?
Yeah, because like he's such a good reader. Like he could read defenses.
Yeah, I
really
suppose.
well.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a good leader though. Like he's a
No,
super-
I mean
He's very
he's very
reserved.
like quiet, but I mean like in a game of football, like
Yeah.
you could have somebody else be your leader on your team. It's
Right,
not
right,
always the
right.
quarterback.
Yeah.
right.
So
Crap, I have to
Interesting.
think of
Yeah.
a new person now. I was kind of locked in on
if
Floyd.
you like the Flash, he'd be good, but like he wouldn't be able to. I feel like the Speed Force thing would be a huge thing because
Because you can see the Speed Force.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Quicksilver. Maybe?
Quicksilver.
Yeah, because you don't
Wait,
see
he'd
that.
be a scrambling quarterback.
You can put him at running back. He'd
You know
be
what?
so elusive.
I think I just thought of one. I'm going to do wide receiver, and I'm going to do... My first thought is Mr. Fantastic, because he can stretch, but I don't think he's got the speed. My
He's pretty
second
slow.
one is Deadpool. Because think about one of the number one
Yeah.
reasons that players drop passes is because they get hit. Deadpool wouldn't care.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair.
That's true.
We see
Yeah.
him not care if he gets shot. We see
Yep.
him not care if any of these
I was
things.
actually thinking about that too. It's like even before, it depends on which Deadpool you're going off of though.
I'm saying movie Deadpool.
Okay, movie Deadpool. So then he got his powers. Even before he got his powers from the chamber.
Deadpool spoiler, by the way.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Deadpool, God
You should have
dang
seen
it, go
if you
watch it.
If you
It's
haven't seen
on
Deadpool,
Hulu.
just leave.
God. All these spoiler things we have to warn people about.
No, it's
Ridiculous. No, so even before he got his powers, he was good at his job.
Right.
but he's a criminal, but he's not a well-known criminal too.
Right,
That's-
yeah, he was a
think
backstreet.
people don't know.
Well, he was a dishonorable discharge.
But I think when you
True.
what was I gonna say? Oh, in like the newer Deadpool movies, nobody really knows who he is.
Right.
Right.
I mean, like
Like he's not like on the news, Wade Wilson all the time.
right. The only thing that they would have on him is the dishonorable discharge, but I don't think
Yeah.
there's a rule in the NFL for
I don't
that
think so.
either.
I don't think so.
So I think I would have him, and like he is like more acrobatic than the normal person. He's like
Yeah, he's pretty quick too.
I think I would have him as wide receiver or even like a slot receiver.
Maybe like tight end too.
I don't think he's big enough for tight end is the issue
Yeah.
because he couldn't block.
That's
I was
fair.
gonna say he's like a slightly larger than average guy, but he's not huge.
But he's still
He-
strong. You know,
yeah,
that's-
he's
that's
still
what
strong
you're looking
because
at. You'd be
he,
like
he
kinda
knows how to throw his weight around.
a little
but-
bit smaller Gronk.
Yeah.
I just don't think he could block.
That's fair.
Right.
And he
Right.
can't-
Right.
so I'd say slot receiver because you could just hit him on slants or curls every time, and he could get slammed by the linebacker. He wouldn't care.
Plus, if he like breaks a bone or
Right.
something like that, he's able to play like next week.
He's able to play like in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. If you're going with the powers, then
yeah.
you wouldn't care if he broke something.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with powers because that's what I'm saying. Like that's my whole
And nobody
argument.
would know. Like
Right.
nobody know. Like he might like get carted off. And
Well,
be
that's
like,
the
It was
thing.
just a bruise.
Right. And that's the thing. Nobody knows what he can do until he starts doing it. And he's masked all the time.
Right.
So
And you know what? Like if
you
it
would
is
know.
something bad, where like he breaks his leg or something, where like it's obvious, we're just like, okay, you just sit out until next week.
Well, I feel like that would be like at least a month.
yeah.
He regrows his entire legs.
Yeah, no, but
in
I'm
a
saying
week.
like but like you see him break his leg. It doesn't take you a week to heal
But
from
I-
a broken.
Do you
But, like,
tell
think
them
about-
it was a broken leg?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think
But you could have the film. That's what I would say. Is that like you see like Kevin Ware, or was it? I think it was Kevin Ware was his name for Louisville, where he broke his leg and that ended his career. Where you literally see it snap in half. Or
sure if you saw that, we'd have some issues.
yeah,
But
I think you'd have to hide that from the camera some way.
Yeah.
But like if you got away with hiding it, you could definitely get away with it
Oh, yeah.
next week.
Definitely.
so yeah, I'm gonna lock that in. I'm gonna lock in Deadpool, wide receiver,
Good.
slot receiver.
I like that. That's a good one.
So we have Winter Soldier, Deadpool, and Cap.
Yeah.
All right, let's go
Cool.
to defense. This is one I don't have anything.
I was
Here's-
I was struggling on defense. I'm like,
Here's something I got. You're gonna have to help me with the name,
Okay.
because it's escaping me, and I've been trying
Silver Surfer. No, I'm just kidding.
No. All right. So help me with the name of the character, but Gina Carano's character in the first Deadpool.
Ooh,
She fights with
Silver
Chrome Man.
Sable?
Oh, Teenage Subatomic
no,
No.
Warhead.
She's the bad guy though.
Oh.
She's the hero.
but nobody knows her.
True.
I thought you were talking about the little chick that like fucking launched shit.
Yeah, I can't remember what
I know.
I can't remember what her character's name is.
Yeah, but her basically,
I don't even really know her powers.
Her power was
Super strength.
she was very strong,
Yeah.
but like it
You wouldn't
wasn't
be able
obvious.
to know. Yeah.
Right.
That's a good conceal.
I ain't sexist. I'm putting a woman on my team. Deal
You're
with
out
it.
there.
It's Scotland.
How tall is she?
She's
She-
like almost 6 foot.
Is she?
Yeah, because you look at like I think Deadpool is 5'11", and I think she was like as tall as him.
Yeah.
Because what's the Chrome guy's name? Can't think of his name.
Colossus.
Colossus. Yeah, he's like massive.
yeah.
So like, and she was pretty high up on him.
Yeah, she was not anything too far over average height for a woman. So
Okay, so like linebacker,
I'm thinking
she's built like a linebacker.
Oh
Yeah,
geez.
I would go linebacker or like
I would-
DN.
Yeah, I'm gonna go yeah.
Ooh, defensive end. she'd be
Defensive
good.
end should be good, or like actually,
Outside
I would say
linebacker.
nose tackle because she's blowing up the middle.
I was gonna say
The
she's
ends have to be
going
kinda
right
quick.
for that quarterback. She's not stopping.
I don't think she's quick, like real fast, but she's got the
She's
strength to
strong.
blow up the play.
Yeah.
I think nose.
She
tackle would
can
be a good spot
slowly
for her.
build up speed, like you see it in the movie.
right
in
so like that's
Deadpool
where you
1.
could fight her at like.
Yeah, I don't think
linebacker.
she's
Yeah.
fast enough for outside linebacker.
Yeah,
Right.
Middle
I think
linebacker, maybe.
middle,
Yeah,
like
middle,
she's
yeah.
going right for that quarterback.
Oh, you would kill a running back coming at him.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, because she puts up like she can actually go toe to toe with Colossus. Like that's
Right, you know.
the strength. Like it's insane. Like she caught his fist.
And punched him in the nuts. He's literally got balls of steel.
Actually got him in the nuts,
Yeah,
and he
and he felt
actually
it.
felt it.
Where earlier in the film, Wade breaks his hand doing it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's like hanging there. Yeah, so that's who I'm going with. I can't, like I said, I can't remember the character's name.
Yeah,
but
I can't either.
I don't
That-
think. I just remember Francis. That's all I can think of. But that's Ajax.
Yeah, Ajax, the dish soap.
Yeah.
Man, I have got nothing. I'm kind of trying to think of something that could counteract like your guys' offensive players.
That's what I was thinking. Like, who was your quarterback? No, you picked a
I've
wide
had
receiver.
Deadpool is my wide.
So I was gonna say like a character I picked earlier with Quicksilver at like safety, because any deep threat,
Right.
he would be able to get there. Like if he's on the opposite side of the field, you can run like a 3-second 40,
Right.
you know,
and have
and
it
that would-
not stand out. Yeah.
right? And that would not stand out.
True.
Plus, like you see him, like time is slower for him, where like he could catch the football pretty easy. I feel
Yeah.
like
And
That's true, because if we take movie Quicksilver, It's
Yeah.
he literally processes like his brain moves faster. So he could
It does.
analyze that entire field.
That
Right.
is
That's why
true.
I'm thinking like
And
him as
nobody
a
would-
safety or corner.
Yeah.
I would say safety.
Can he-
probably.
Safety, he can cover the whole field better.
Can he
Yeah.
control how fast he's actually going?
Yeah,
Yes.
so like he's not like the
Unlike-
Flash.
Unlike the Flash.
Yeah, where the
Right.
Flash has to run at that constant
so
speed.
that's even better
Yeah.
because he can actually control and actually make it not obvious that
Right.
he can.
So that's who I think I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, as like a strong safety. No, free safety probably.
Free safety, probably free safety. He's always floating back there.
Yeah, that'd be great because anything makes it past your corners, he'll get there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like he's a heavy hitter too. You know, like I mean, he's
Yeah,
not,
because he could build up speed.
right, and he's
Yeah.
not like a super strong guy, but like he's also not like super weak. You know,
Yeah.
either. He's
He could force some fumbles too, because like he could get there and right as he's about to hit him, he could give him a little speed boost
right.
and get a big hit
Yeah.
on him and have it
That's
not be
true.
obvious.
That's true. It's like as soon as he stops, nobody knows like when he goes into like
And he's processing it slower, so like you know,
Right.
like he knows where the ball's gonna be. You know, like
Yep.
he can easily punch it out.
he could. Yeah. That'd be insane. He'd have to be careful with it, not to like
Yeah.
off-put
Right.
anything
He
too
is
much.
kind of cocky.
Oh,
too.
very
He is.
cocky.
You
Yeah,
have
that's
to
the
rein
thing.
that in. You
Well, that's why I
couldn't
got Cap, dude.
be- Yeah, that's
why I got
okay, That's
Cap.
true.
That's why I got Cap out there, dude. Cap's gonna be like, all right, you can play this game, but like, hey, remember, like, nobody
I don't
can know.
Do you
you're
think he's going to
fast.
listen to Cap?
That's
I
an
would
issue.
fucking listen
That's
to
an
Cap.
issue with Cap. Is I don't know if Cap would be about that
That's
because Cap probably wouldn't see himself as cheating because he's not.
true, but then you would have a problem with Doctor Strange being my
Right.
coach.
That's
Yeah.
kind of that's
But,
gonna be
like-
an issue with Cap. I think you'd have some locker room tension.
Oh, shit.
Some
But
honorable
like
things.
Doctor Strange, I don't know. I feel like it would still be like
I think Doctor Strange would have to not tell him.
right. That would be the thing. is
And
keep it
Doctor
hidden.
Strange can do all that like pre,
Yeah. Plus,
like
you
the
know, he can
night
pause
before.
time.
He can just pause time, start going through all the different outcomes.
Oh my gosh, I just thought of a so much better wide receiver that I should have picked, but I might be able to pick him as corner. I should have picked
Oh.
Spider-Man as my wide receiver.
Oh yeah, the super.
Oh, yeah.
He's fast and
And
he's
he can-
strong
and he-
he's agile.
That
If
would've
he
been
can, if he
great.
can
I
get
locked
a,
in already though.
if he can get a finger on the ball, it's stopping his hand.
Well, that's the thing though. That brings it back to the film. You know, like if he just catches it with like the tip of his middle finger,
Odell,
that's one hand, not the tip of his finger.
sure, but Spider-Man's agile enough where he could get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
that's
He'd have to
gonna
get
say.
it in one hand, but like if he got caught where it's like just the tip of your three fingers, I feel like that's
Okay, I'm gonna lock mine in as
But
Spider-Man
that
at.
would be, I would say corner.
I think Spider-Man at corner, and I would just put him on your guy's best receiver.
Yeah, that would be smart.
Okay.
You know, you're taking
All right.
that's like you're taking away the best receiver. It's hard for an offense. to get
Yeah.
going.
And he would be locked down.
Yeah, he would
Yeah.
be like you're not getting anything past him.
And I think
Yeah.
you could have him do swats and not just intercept all the time. So it
Right.
wouldn't be obvious.
I was just thinking,
Yep.
is it Domino that has the luck ability?
Yeah.
Yeah, she would be a good.
But that's a dice throw. If you're
I know
actually
that's
gonna-
it's still like
because
you
that
got
could.
luck though.
But like her thing is, it could either be the person trips and dies, or it could be something as minor as they just miss the cat.
but you don't know. But like they would know. You can't detect luck.
But I think like if in every single one of your games you have a plane crashing onto the football field or something like big like that, people are going to suspect something.
That's fair.
Like you have these freak accidents happening in all of your games.
Oh my god, your corner just broke his leg trying to guard Domino.
Your corner's wife just had a baby and his head's not in it.
You had to go take a family vacation.
Yeah, had to go on family leave. So what did everybody pick as their defense? Gina Carano's character.
Yeah.
You picked
Quicksilver.
at
free
safety.
safety.
I picked Spider-Man at corner covering
Such a
the
good pick.
wide receiver one. All right,
I
let's talk about our whole team. So I'll list mine. Mine was Xavier at coach, Deadpool at slot receiver, and then Spider-Man at shutdown corner.
My coach was
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster. My QB was
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, and then my defense was Gina Carano's.
And then
I hate referencing.
Yeah, I know, I
I'm just
can't-
like, I can't remember her name.
I just call her Strong Lady.
Strong
lady.
Strong woman.
Strong woman.
Strong
Yeah.
woman. Yeah, you're right.
She's still a lady.
No. Mine was Doctor Strange at coach, Cap at quarterback, and Quicksilver at free safety.
Okay.
All right, so here's how we can do this to set up the bracket.
Hey, wait, we never asked Tim. You were playing in Scotland. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your team name?
Yeah, we never asked the team.
The
The Irish setters.
Irish setters from Scotland.
From Scotland.
Just make it Irish setters, or you're from Scotland. You're called like the French Bulldogs or something.
I'm gonna.
Just completely wrong. It's like the kangaroos, the Scotland kangaroos.
The shepherd's pie.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it Scotland based. I'm gonna do the
Bravehearts.
The squeaking bagpipes.
I was thinking bagpipes. I was gonna say the kilted willies.
All right.
So we have the kilted willies. Mine is the Canada brown nosers.
Yep.
And the DC captains.
DC captains. All right. So I guess I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 5, and whoever is closest will get the bye.
16. 2.
7.
I said 1 and 5.
I was thinking 10. He said 2.
Okay, you say 1.
4.
Well, the number was 3. So
we're in a pickle.
I'm gonna say like Tim got it without going over, so we'll let Tim get the bye. So our two teams will play each other first.
Hey man,
you were about to do a Korg voice.
Yeah, I was.
You were so ready to do a Korg voice.
All I could think about is Korg right now.
For those who don't know, Nick has had a Korg obsession.
Well, like a fetish, pretty much.
I don't want to know.
He's in my dreams.
I don't want to know any further than he's in your dreams.
All I can think about is rock, paper, scissors jokes.
Oh my god.
So our two teams would play each other. Who gets the home field advantage?
Well, it's 50-50, I guess. Okay, so
where are we playing?
That's what. Yeah,
that's what we're deciding.
I say, are we doing Super Bowl situation?
Sure, Super Bowl, neutral ground.
Neutral ground.
Yep. We are playing at a newly built stadium that is on a ship, a cruise ship.
Just Atlantis.
A floating, okay, an underwater stadium.
That'd be sick.
Cool. It has air still.
Yeah. I think
Aquaman and Namor have both agreed to host us.
Yep.
So, how do you think this would play out? How would our two coaches? Because I think I kind of get an advantage here with Xavier because Doctor Strange would see all the possibilities, and then Xavier would also see all the possibilities through Doctor Strange, and he would then know what Doctor Strange is calling.
But
would Xavier be able to process all those?
I say we just like time pause. We take out Dr. X before the game. Just saying. We just
oh shit! So we're getting into illegal stuff here.
Nobody has to know. No,
I think somebody would know. False Professor X.
He's been sick. He pulled a Kim Jong-un where he's been missing for a month.
So I do think play calling.
I think so too. I think the only thing I would have advantage with is repetition with my other players because I would already have the game plan prepped.
Yeah.
So my players would already know every play.
That's true. I didn't even think of that you could have Doctor Strange do that before the actual game.
Yeah, so he could really, like, during the week of practice before, prep each player, have each offensive player run through and be like, all right, Cap, you're throwing the ball to this guy this time, and like make it look as game realistic. My players would be prepped.
Yeah.
My only issue with that is I think wouldn't Professor X then reading Doctor Strange's mind change the future?
Shit. Yeah. Well, like, oh, sorry,
you're good.
But then that goes back to like, would he be able to see the future still in game?
I would say yeah. I think
so. Either way, we're just battling. I think coaching. I think we're about even.
Okay.
Because I think you would change the future. He just sees that future. Then you just change it again. You were just battling back and forth at that point.
Yeah, I think it would basically nullify both of their powers.
Right. And that would give our practice pretty much nothing. Like preparation would be.
So let's just talk your offense against my defense first. So I kind of think that you'd be able to get this one because I'd be able to shut down your best receiver with my Spider-Man.
Right, but I got scrambling and
I think
Cap's going to be.
I think Cap, while I could shut down the best receiver, it comes down to how good the rest of our teams are, but just like your offense against my defense, I think your offense is better. Just because of Cap.
I think so too. Like, yeah, you have that lockdown, like, but that's only like one receiver,
player.
Like where Cap's reading the field. He's a great leader.
Would Captain pull, like, just random thought, but do you think Captain would pull an Aaron Rodgers and just start running the ball himself?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think he'd be a mobile QB.
Yeah,
for sure.
he's
He'd be
definitely a
very-
scrambler. You know, like he sees
Very.
pressure, he could get out of there. I'm not saying he's not going to get hit at all, but like obviously he'll be able to get out of
Do you
pressure.
think Spider-Man could take him down?
Spider-Man's. I think he's too busy covering the
without. I mean, like he's on the receiver. Would you have him locked on as a receiver, or like because there's a different type of defense? Like you have zone,
That's
you have
true.
man to man.
Yeah,
Like if you're playing a zone, you're covering that one area.
my vision would be locked down, but I think I have to play him in zone.
You know, yeah, because then you're just locking down anybody that's in that section of the field. So like if you have Captain America running at you full speed, I think Captain would truck him. But he's still strong, but like I think Cap is stronger. I think you would be able to stop him. Like you'd be able to wrap him up if you got good.
Well,
position.
Spider-Man is
super
stronger
strong.
than Cap.
Yeah.
Spider-Man can like lift a bus
Yeah.
pretty
Fair.
easily.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess yeah.
Spider-Man just doesn't look like he could.
Yeah,
Right,
He's crazy strong.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I didn't think about that.
So maybe I think I would have Spider-Man play a mixture of I'd have him try to read, and if it looked like it was gonna be a passing play, I'd have him just play shutdown. But I think we'd also have him blitz every once in a while. We'd send
That'd
him
be
in.
good,
We'd send him in
yeah.
on a corner blitz.
I still think my offense would have.
I think your offense has the advantage there.
Yeah.
Because that's only one,
So-
like I said, it's only one side of the field. Like
Yep.
even if you lock down my best receiver, you still have. I'll just come down to like what our other team
Right.
players are. But,
But I
like,
think Cap's leadership as well as Cap's, because if you look at Cap has no vanity. It's never going to come down to like what looks best for Cap. Cap is always going to be what is best for the team.
Right,
always,
yeah.
which is like a problem we see with
Yep.
a lot of, not necessarily, we don't see it as much in quarterbacks, we see a lot in receivers in the NFL. But
there's a couple quarterbacks that are kind of
a lot of the younger ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
The recent ones
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I don't want to say any names because it's going to just invite people to just yell at me. But yeah,
That's all this show is.
I think
Dak
your
Prescott.
offense. That's the one I was thinking of.
Great minds just think alike.
Ensue the yelling.
But yeah, I think your offense over my defense for sure. So let's talk my offense against your defense. So
Yeah.
my star player is Deadpool,
Right.
and I think you have a safety out there,
You'd be able to get the short passes over the middle, I think.
and that I'd have him in the slot. So that's kind of my point.
Right, yeah. So you would have all the anything deep you're not going to get, but I think you could beat me off of short passes.
Right, because because like normally you don't throw a ball to a receiver in the middle because he's going to get mashed by the middle linebacker.
Right.
For me, that's not a problem.
Right.
So like that opens up that entire center of the field for my
Mm.
offense.
But then you have like you're throwing short passes all the time. You might have a couple breakaways, then I would have Quicksilver there. But then you have like say you're on the 5-yard line going for a touchdown. Everything's right there. You wouldn't be able to get a short pass in. I think that was where you would struggle.
We just hand it off.
That's fair,
Hand it
yeah.
off to Deadpool. He could do both.
Yeah. You know, they do run like I can't think of the route right now.
Yeah, I can't think of the name either, but
That's where they cut across.
Yep.
That would work. I think.
So I think my kind of short pass game kind of gets rid of your Quicksilver advantage.
Right. Yeah, definitely. But that would just come down to whose offense would outperform.
Right. Where
I definitely think, yeah, like my defense would
Yeah.
not be able to compete with Deadpool
Yeah.
because you just pretty much eliminated him. You took him out.
so overall, I guess now we got to decide, and I think we'll kind of let Tim be the ruler of who do you think would win this?
Oh,
Because you're the
our
neutral.
coaches excel
Okay,
and our
yeah. So I do agree. I think
We would have a really good matchup.
yeah.
I think the coaches they're gonna have a mental battle like that.
right.
In
They'd
and
just
of
be
itself,
fighting.
is just going to be completely nullified, both of them. Like, they're going to be thinking about it too much that they're not even going to think about actually training their teams. Let's see. So it was on offense. Yeah, I do agree that Captain's got it overall.
You know what?
I think,
Before you rule, I think rather than having Professor X dedicated to reading the mind of your coach, because I think very quickly he would realize that wouldn't work anymore, reading the mind of Doctor Strange, I think I would then turn him to just messing with Cap.
That's fair.
I would focus him just on like making like a
messing with
ringing.
But think about
TNT
how
or
like,
something.
dedicated Cap is to the team. You definitely could like screw with him.
Well, like he could literally. It doesn't matter how dedicated it is when Professor X is like making him see false images and stuff.
That's fair. Yeah, I have no protection against that.
right.
All I can do is stop time, and
So
nobody would know the time
So I think
stopped.
like Professor X is a smart
Right.
guy, and I think he would very quickly realize, hey, this isn't working.
Right.
So I think I would have him change his tact to messing with Cap.
right.
no,
But would he do it though?
Professor X, yeah. Professor X is a scumbag. If you actually look at Professor X, he's sending children into danger.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's true.
He's
That's
And
kind of a
he
psycho.
manipulates Wolverine. He manipulates Jean Grey. Doesn't tell her anything about like what she could be and all these things because he's scared of her. Like he's kind of a shitty guy.
That's fair.
That's fair. Let's see.
With that argument,
But
yeah.
would Doctor Strange see that coming?
How would he counter it?
That's true.
How do you counter making Cap
Hand the ball off.
Like see?
Give
But
your-
I would just you could just have Professor X do that to whatever player, and that's not something you would be able to see
True, that's
Fair.
true.
because he could do it as minorly as like it to Cap. It looks like the receiver is just slightly to the left.
But then
Yeah, and he could quite literally just make him miss throws.
Yeah, that's
by-
what I mean, or fumble it, or do all these things.
I'm trying to think. Yeah,
I don't know that
how.
there's any
The
way
only
to
thing I'd be
counter
like
that.
would be like Doctor Strange going to the what's that realm where you get knocked out of your body?
the astral
The
plane.
astral plane, and just
Yeah.
fucking with Doctor X in the astral plane.
Oh my god!
I think that would be the only way to counter it.
Yeah,
Because you'd just be countering him, and like you have your offensive coordinators and stuff like that. You don't need to be.
and the astral plane is like all mental, right?
Yeah,
so I think
like, you
Professor
think
X
so.
would be very powerful there.
Well, so is Doctor Strange though.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Doctor Strange knows how to use it.
Yeah, and he just paused time on him.
but don't you think it'd be weird when both coaches just drop limp
Well,
when they go into the astral plane? They drop.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you
fair.
got Professor X strung up like a scarecrow. So.
Also, Doctor Strange just sits on the bench and just goes, "All right, I'm just gonna take a nap for a second." Mid-
All right. Well, Tim is the neutral party, so he decides.
Honestly, okay, without going to the astral plane, just completely nullifying that. With that point, I think Noah's got this one.
yeah, bringing up that definitely. I'd
Like
agree.
before, I think you might have pulled it off.
But bring it up.
Maybe, but
I think if
because that affects your offense,
Right.
which is your only advantage here.
I was gonna say like if Doctor X wouldn't be fucking with my players,
Yeah.
I would have it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
If
I
he
think
was
my offense would be able to outperform your offense.
right, if he
Defense
was
doesn't
playing
matter
it
at this
fair, if he was playing it fair, then I don't think it would have been any matter. But
But
he
I don't know.
can do it.
I think it go. I
He
still
can
think
do
it could go either way because like either way, you're gonna be able to see. He'll be able to see. Like Doctor Strange will be able to see what he does no matter what.
But what can he do about it? That's the thing.
right.
That's
He can tell
Right.
people. And here's what I was mentally thinking about is Doctor Strange might be able to tell, your teammates that hey, this is what's going on. With what you're seeing, it might not be real.
that brings it down to like mental stability. Then
It doesn't really matter because
And
if,
Cap's a broken man.
if they're seeing something different, then they can't really judge what's actually real. So what are they gonna do? So yeah, I don't know. I have seen no way around Professor X at this point. That's insane.
Yeah, that's good.
Broken.
Yeah.
Way to break the
Nerf.
freaking game.
Oh,
Back to
it-
Baby Jack.
Professor X.
So I guess my team wins that one, the Brown Nosers.
Yeah.
And I'd say there's probably some controversy. Like that was a little weird. Why was Cap dropping so many passes? But
yeah.
dropping and missing and
yeah, But I think people would just chalk it up to bad day.
Do you think Cap would just run it at that point? Just be like,
Doesn't
I
matter.
can't trust my eyes.
Make him trip.
Yeah, but like
Make him dizzy. Professor X has got it. I could retire Deadpool. Now that I think about it.
God. You wouldn't even need Deadpool.
This game
You
is
wouldn't need
broken.
anything. This game is broken.
And there's nothing that you could do to like prove it. There's nothing you could do to counter it
Yeah.
without exposing yourself. You know?
Right.
pausing time and killing Professor X. Just saying.
Do you think if a head coach died in the middle of an NFL game that they
Heart
would like
attack,
call it
dude.
off? Do you think
Heart
they would call it off though? I actually wonder.
I think they probably would.
I think so
I
too.
don't think so.
I mean,
I'd be like,
It'd be very slim chances,
It'd
but like
be-
that's why before the game.
they stop a game if a player breaks a bone or something like that. They're just like, oh,
But they don't end the game.
right. They don't end the game, but they like stop it.
I think if
So
a player
somebody
died or if a coach died, they would end the game.
They would- I
Anyway,
think
that's
so.
that's a tangent. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're saying I would win that one. So then it would be my team versus Tim's in like the Super Bowl.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It
Kinda.
doesn't matter. Professor X is broken.
I was gonna say the only thing is like Taskmaster. Would you be able to fuck with Taskmaster's head? But then again, he's only the coach.
Yeah, but I think an issue would be if I tried to do it again in this game, people might notice a correlation.
Right.
That
Maybe.
Right. That you're just getting crazy lucky.
so I think it's same thing, kind of like Domino, where I don't think I could do that again against Tim's team.
Maybe. Okay, so say if Professor X was just like, all right, I can't do that. I can't do it to that extreme
Right.
again.
He could probably do it a little bit, but he couldn't. He
Yeah.
couldn't win the game off of it again.
Right.
Yeah. So I think if anything, he could still f around with my defensive pick.
Yeah, she's not very smart.
Strong woman.
So who was your offensive pick again?
It was a Winter Soldier without
Winter
the arm.
Soldier without the arm.
Without the.
All right.
Does he have like a prosthetic plastic?
I
one?
think because of that, I would have Spider-Man rush every time.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be a good play.
If he
But
would
then you're leaving
rush.
one of your. Then it comes down to how fast he would be. But then again, he's snapping the ball with one hand, playing with one hand.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
going
You'd
for
have
the
to be
strip every
fast.
time.
Yeah,
I'm going for
I
the.
feel
Yeah.
that's a good point.
And yeah, I forget that Spider-Man is strong. Like
And
he is
fast.
strong and very quick. He's like peak human. but
And I think
slightly
we also
better.
forgot about Spider Sense. So as the ball is about to go, he
Oh,
knows when the ball is
yeah.
about to get released.
Yeah, so he wouldn't even have to rush.
Isn't
but-
Spider Sense like only when he's in danger, or is it just when anything is coming?
He can kind of tune it. So he could kind of tune it to it's like when the ball's about to be released.
Gotcha.
You know, he could do something like that.
Ooh. Yeah, I think defensively you have my offense.
Plus, you have like the best style, dude. You have Tobey Maguire Spider-Man
Oh,
rolling
yeah.
up,
yeah.
Spider-Man 3 with the glasses.
Oh, yeah.
I have him. Yeah, the
Chomping down on a bagel.
Venom
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Pizza time.
So what about my offense against your defense?
Who's your
So
your
Gina
offense was
So are you having Gina as the middle linebacker? I forgot what you were having.
it was yeah.
because then she would be in
Did you say
direct.
middle linebacker?
If she was, she'd be
Yeah.
in direct conflict with my receiver.
Yeah.
I think she could hit him hard enough where she would take him out of the game, and she would because she doesn't like him.
Oh yeah, she hates him.
Yeah.
She's like and that's why usually Colossus fought her just because it's like
Yeah.
that's the only
I just watched Deadpool the other day. That's all I can think
I
of.
know
is
I watched it
Francis.
like 2 weeks ago.
So I
It's
think
good.
I wouldn't know that because we don't know her, and my coach probably wouldn't know that. So we would,
I was gonna say she's like a backstreet.
This is like
criminal.
Super Bowl time though, so we've had all season.
yeah.
you
But I
know.
still think I would do it, not knowing she was super powered. Because I think we're all going into it thinking that we're the. I guess my team would know because of Professor X.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
With Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
so-
I was
But
gonna say
anyway,
like no matter
So
what.
I think we probably still would try to run our tried and true play of
yeah.
throw it in the middle to Deadpool, and then Gina would smack him.
Yeah.
And I think she
Would
would
he-
hit him hard enough to where, yeah, he'd be able to get up, but we probably wouldn't be able to without raising some eyebrows.
Or
Right.
yeah, would he drop the ball? Would he be able to
Yeah.
hang on to the ball?
Like I
too?
said,
I think no
she's
matter
not-
what, he could hang on to it. Because the
her-
reason you drop it is because of the shock,
Strong
usually.
woman is
Well, sometimes it's the hit though, where they hit.
Right.
yeah, that's true.
If she hits him hard enough,
She kerplunks him. Either way, I think she's taking him out of the game.
yeah. She's
Because
Strong woman is like I said, isn't the fastest person and not the
but
you know
heavy hitter.
I think
But
even if you told
holy
her
crap.
not to, she still would because she hates him so much.
Yeah.
That's where I was saying like she would be good at nose tackle because she could just blow up the center.
that's what
every
I'm saying.
play.
It's like I could
like
do
you're getting to that quarterback every time.
you
So
didn't
if you
have a
had-
quarterback.
No. If you had her at nose, I would just throw over her every time. No, is the
That's
issue.
true.
I think you have to
Yeah,
put
but
her
like
in the middle.
Yeah.
you'd have to be going out a shotgun each time where you're standing 10 yards back, and even then, like if your receivers aren't open, that's where you fight that.
Yeah, then we just start running it with Deadpool.
I was gonna say
Yeah, but then he gets blown up.
Run her out,
You'd have-
run him out the outside.
Yeah, but like
Do pitches.
But with her, I feel like at her at nose tackle, you could adjust your team. Where like, all right, I really don't need a middle linebacker. Let's run like 2 left outside linebackers or 2 right outside
Yeah.
linebackers.
right, yeah, because you don't need anybody else. This is literally
you
a
know.
bowling ball
Yeah.
going right for your quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I would.
Who's your-
I would say so.
I think my coach kind of makes your coach not matter because I could just be
Yeah.
reading
Yeah.
every play.
Yeah, no,
Back to that bullshit.
absolutely. Professor X pretty much wins this.
Yeah,
no
Professor
matter
X.
what.
By himself,
But if we're
single-handedly,
going-
you don't even need an offensive
You don't need a team. But no. I think it's still a stalemate there. You know, offensively between us because I think
Both of our defensive players shut down the other person's offense.
right. Yeah. So it's like
So it comes down to coaching, and I think even if Professor X wasn't with players, like I wouldn't be
He
able
would
to.
be able to
I
coach
would at the very least be able to read every single play,
right.
so I would know every single play.
Exactly.
Taskmaster wouldn't be able. Like he doesn't have that ability.
He would be able to. Once he sees it, he would be able to replicate it, or at least help arrange his team to replicate it. But that doesn't matter when you have Professor X on the other side.
So I do think I get this one.
I think
Professor
so.
X.
The Canadian
the Canadian brown nosers.
They beat out the what was your team's name?
The DC Captains.
Yep, and the Scotland
Bagpipes.
it was the Kilted Willies.
Kilted Willies. That's what it was.
The Scottish Kilted Willies beats them both out.
I think is this the first one I've won?
I think so.
I think this is the first episode that I've won.
Yay!
Other than the Vin Diesel last.
Oh yeah, yeah, because he can't lose.
Yeah, the Vin Diesel
contracted not.
That would have been a good pick. Would be Vin Diesel because he actually can't lose.
He's contracted not to lose.
All right. Well, thank you, Nick, for being on today. This is a fun one. This is kind of a different thing than we've ever done. Like we did football ones. That was kind of fun.
Yeah,
sports
was good. I was a little hurt that I wasn't picked for Star Wars, but hey,
we'll do more Star Wars.
As you know, I am a huge Star Wars fanatic.
Yeah, we'll definitely do more Star Wars.
We can do it.
If you have any suggestions for future topics, or if you want to tell us how wrong we were, or a pick that you would have for your football team, you can email us at fullofshitpod@gmail.com. That is full of shit with no I, pod@gmail.com. It's down in the description. So feel free to give us an email. We would love that.
And please tell me what Gina Carano's character was in Deadpool 1.
Yes, please. Please.
I have no idea.
Whoever tells us gets a shout out next episode. How about that?
Yes.
Whoever can tell us.
First person to shout us out.
Give us.
Except for not Hayden.
Huh?
Not Hayden.
Yeah, if Hayden is the one who sends it, he gets nullified, so he will not get it.
But,
sorry, Hayden.
You can also message us on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes,
I check it pretty frequently as well. Yep. So does Jacob. So, and we communicate pretty well here as a group.
Very nice.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, all of you non-salad finishers. I think that's what we're going to start calling listeners. These
I love it.
Finishers.
I love it. Let's start that trend.
If you don't get that, listen to the episode before this one. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.